Hey guys, and welcome to my RS3 main account bank video for 2023. Now this is earlier than I normally do it. I normally leave it till May and July, but I wanted to tie it in with all the other accounts I'm doing, so I'm going to do one for my 07 and RS3 Noob account, just for all done at the beginning of the year. So yeah, let's go and get into it. So in terms of this account and this year, the only real major achievements we've got is 120 rune crafting. And that was only really done because of the release of Protein Essence. It made it a lot more AFK, and basically on bonus XP it was just cracked. And I did 40 mil XP in the space of 2 weeks, so that's the only reason we got that. In terms of the stats, we have chipped away on the other stats and aimed for 120 all. I did get a completionist cape back this year, but they decided to release more quests, so I haven't got it at the minute, so I am rocking the 120 rune crafting cape. But yeah, let's get into the video. Hopefully it won't be too long. I try and make these as short as I can, but sometimes, especially with the RS3 account, it's got so much to it, it can get a little bit too lengthy. So I just want to get through this as quick as possible. So in terms of pets, skilling pets, I don't believe we got many this year, but I might be wrong. I didn't really check beforehand, but we did get the herb pets, we got the fletching pet, everything else would have been here beforehand as well. Boss pets, we did make some progress. We pretty much finished God Wars Dungeon 2. I actually did that all in one big block, in one big video. And before it rendered, I decided to delete all the clips. So that's why it never came out. It took the best part of 3 months to actually do. But yeah, so we finished the God Wars 2 log. It was quite decent, to be fair. We actually made quite a bit of money. Made about a bill, maybe 1.2 bill. Just off the drops, and that was before things like the Hellway drops went absolutely mental in price as well. But by far the favourite was the Rovek, the blue dragon. Very similar to the Vorkath pet in 07, which is probably one of my favourites as well. So, but yeah, in terms of XP and stuff, I don't really think, apart from rune crafting, we actually got anything. In terms of this year, I want to be 120 all. Definitely 200 man agility, which should come by the next bonus XP weekend. And yeah, maybe see what else we get. In terms of this account, I'm not really chasing anything. I just do it as and when I feel like it. It's very much I'll play it in parts. I'll be on it for a couple of weeks and then I'll go and do something else. And it's kind of the reason I started with Noob accounts as well, is because it's nice to see levels again. Especially with this account, progress is very long-winded. But yeah, let's get into it. So the layout's not changed for the past 3 years on bank videos, but it's not changed for the best part, probably like 5-6 years. Money this up, runes, tabs, potions, 200 mil Herblord meant I've actually cleaned all my potions up as well, so it's a lot more neater than it used to be. So that's nice. Overloads, I should have enough overloads to pretty much last me a long time and hopefully never have to make them again. But now they've made extremes tradable, it's a lot more easier than it used to be as well, so that's a lot less sort of annoying stuff to sort out. Pouches, but again, it's very niche on what I use. Grace of the Elves, still one of the best items in the game, makes everything so okay. Proteins, I say it wrong, I'm sorry, it's just how I say it, but they've been topped up by the previous promo from the Santa's Grotto, but again, this is what I use pretty much for Yak Chat, because it makes it all pretty much AFK. Dummies, 51 agility dummies, which might be enough for 200 mil, I'll hold off till the bonus XP and then I'll probably get it then. Skilling packs are there because I'm just too lazy to use them. Prime Gaming Bombs is actually quite a bit of bonus XP there, but I've just not got to using it, and that'll be a theme for this bank. I've just not done a lot with it, and a lot of it will be the same as what it was the previous year because it's just progress and stuff. Dwarven toolboxes, which will probably be on woodcutting, some irons for rune crafting as well, but it was only done through, that was before Protein got released, so I don't really need as many as them. Some dino stuff as well from the big expected update from the new quest, but it turned out just to be quite rubbish. I did it for a couple of times and then realised it weren't really worth it. The player farm dinos took a massive crash, so the only reason it was worth doing was to get them. Now they're not worth so much, it's not really worth doing. Couple of outfit pieces I've not really touched, some protein packs I've not really used yet. They'll probably go on either rune crafting essence or the cooking stuff because I am that lazy. Some other training dummies as well. Don't need the arc, but Dungeon ones might be decent, so I'll give them a try sometime soon. All the random stuff from the Christmas event, which will never be used. Some of the protein shakes, which will be changed to something else, and the DG outfit because I was doing a DG challenge the other day. So the second tab, nothing too special in here. It's more like junky stuff, apart from the green weed, which is still over max, I think. This year, the Master Ones decided to go to 6 mil, so I sold 99 of the Master Ones I had, which was a nice 600 mil. I bought these for about 200k, so anything over that was massive profit. Same with the Mages book, but they've not quite followed the Master Wand as much, so I'm holding on to them because I think there's some more money to be made. And then pretty much everything else down here is either just random spin items I've won but can't be bothered to sell, or items which I've been given. The Zombie Overwalk, I got 2 of them. Not sold them because I'm an idiot, but I think my brother got them, so I've always held on to them since. The Party Hat as well, that could have been sold a while ago, but I've always wanted to hold on to that as well. But some lucky items and just some stuff I've not got to sorting is a big thing on that tab. So the pride in joy in this bank is the skilling tab. It's very organised until you get to the bottom, but you'll find I'm starting to bank a lot of things now. So I've got 240k mahogany planks. Don't know how much XP it will get me. I'm hoping it'll get me somewhere near to 120, but they were cheap, so I just stocked up on them. Grapevine seeds, always had a habit of making very good money with sour grapes. Now I think it might be a little bit less. They're starting to introduce them a lot more, but I bought a lot of them because they were cheap as well. Toadflax, grimy, clean dwarfs is what I bought because with the big farming update, they went very low. So I'm just holding on to them just in case they come up. Worst case, if they don't, I can just bang them in the machine and get them to make pots. Or if they do go up, I'll sell them and I'll make a bit of money off it. So it's not too much in it either way. It is what it is with whatever path it takes anyway. Just under 100k rocktails because that'll be for cooking. Divination energy, divination locations, which are always worth doing every day. Earns 35k protein traps because that's nice in AFK on the Dino Island. The pots for that as well, never forget them. Some failed merches. Crush Nest were my favourites. I bought it 900 each, expecting the Arch Glacial to get nerfed. It didn't get nerfed, so they're just under 200 now, I think. Yep. Uncut Rubies, pretty much the same. God Wars 2, they came through too much. I thought they'd get nerfed and then they'd go up. They didn't, so they went down even more. And now they're under 400 GP each, so that'll be something I'll hold in train crafting with. I'm not going to moan too much because training crafting with rubies is the best you could have hoped for anyway, and you're not going to lose much money because they're not worth much money anyway, so it's a win-win really. The mahogany tables are made from the protein workshops, portable workshops, and an enhancer from Sisuke's Endgame, which was by far the worst quest I've ever done in my life. 100k D-bones, which is just absolutely spiked for some reason. I bought mine at like 2.1, 2.2k, and they've just absolutely spiked. Broad arrow sets, just do fletching whenever. Random piece of third age Druidic because it's way too cheap for how rare it is, so I bought that. The dwarfs and the toadflax mentioned earlier, and 15k divination energies because it's what I normally AFK for the yak track. In terms of like what tab I use the most, it is probably this tab because now I'm 200 mil Slayer, I don't really do anything combat wise unless I want to like camp a certain set bosses, like I did with God Wars 2. But more than likely nowadays it's just AFKing and just chilling. This is my gear tab. It's not much, but it's honest work, and it's enough to get me by as well. I'll just say Crypt Bloom is by far the most broken thing in this game still. It's so OP, and it's pretty much how I completed God Wars 2. It says sets as well. I could upgrade, but I don't think with the kind of bossing I do there's any need. Somehow got the upgraded Mage Kiln Cape as well. Actually, I did finish 200 mil summoning this year, so charms can just rack up for future. Maybe there'll be some use post 200 mil, but if not, there can be a nice little collection as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the gear tab. There's nothing major here, but in the following year, I'd like to see if I can make some upgrades. The tier 92s at the minute, they're very sporadic in their prices. Not so much the bow. The bow has always been very expensive, but in terms of the 2H and the staff, they can get within a decent price of the Nox weapon, so I could always sell it and upgrade for that price as well. But yeah, not too bad to be fair. Maybe even upgrade from a SES set as well, because that's something I'll definitely be using. But that's my PVM set. Like I said, it's not much, but if I ever wanted to really push for it, the skill gap is quite big. But if I wanted to spend the time to learn it, that might be something I'll do, and I'll take you guys for the journey as well, because it'll be quite a thing to watch, trying to learn all that as well. But it's not much, but it's decent for what I do. It's enough. Potion tab will be really quick. That's how I have it for me. It works for me. It's nice and clean. Can't believe we finished 200 mil herb. It was a lot less painful than I thought it'd be. But to have a nice clean herb tab is really, really good. Next tab, clues and like masks and gems. Gems I don't need because I'm 200 mil summoning. Masks I probably won't use because I'm 200 mil slayer. Clues, I want to do a lot more clues. want to use the big book for the rest of the skills. I'm training to 120. That's my current stack. I want to make sure it's a lot bigger for the future. Thieving tab in Brawlers. Brawlers, decent one, got free prayer, and then all these are decent here. Hopefully use them in the wild for the most XP in like 52, 53 wilderness. I just need to think out what the best methods are, whether it's divine locations or whether it's something else. The prayer ones, I'll have to throw some money at them, but for the prayer rates you'll get back, they're definitely worth it. Drop tab, it's not much left compared to when I finished all the God Wars 2 stuff, but like I said, I was an idiot and lost the footage basically, so we're back at square one with that. Bought 1k keys of a crossing for the Magister for a quick pet. They've actually gone up quite a lot. I bought them for 80k. It's 410k at the minute, which I've got in for the GE. So if they sell, I'm going to make 300 mil just for holding them. And that's why for a lot of things, I do have stacks of a lot of items because I just see them as cheap. And if they don't sell, I'll use them. So 300k diamonds as well. I bought them for something like 800 GP. They're 900 GP, but for me, I'd rather use them for crafting XP. Same with the magic logs. Bought them for something like 500. They've gone up, but they're more worthwhile for me to use. Tris keys, I might do a video with them at some point because I don't think they're quite worth it. But they are good for the elites, so I'll do them as well. Actually got 3 pets. The Slayer pet, Sarah and Bandos. I'm waiting till I got the full God Wars 1 selection and I can just do it all in one big go. I actually did that for God Wars 2, but it was a nice clip. But you'll never see it because I'm an idiot. R-tab. Some of the best items in the game, auto screener and the plank box. If you do not have the plank box, you should not use these planks for anything else but to get the plank box because it's brilliant and these are a lifesaver doing the mahogany homes. Dragons, I finished player owned farms, I finished farming as well, and the dragons in my pen just keep seeming to breed, lucky them. And they're just actually bank. I can't believe how much dragons are worth at the minute, so I just keep a collection of them. For more than anything, archaeologist outfit as well. If I wanted to do some more masses and want some AFK, I would probably go to the spear tip spot as well and just get some Tetra sets. I have some more masters, and then finally the arc tab. So that's pretty much the bank. Like I said, nothing too much. This account really sort of went to the wayside because of the Noob account in 07 maxing that. But this year we might be able to do some real progress on it, and that's 41 mil just from player and farms, just casually doing not a lot. I do have some items in my auto alchers. I've probably got the best part of 1.4 bill there. What I'm currently alching at the minute is Onyx bolts, 6.5k buy, 9k alch, 500 GP for a nature rune, or even if it's a K at 7.5k, it's making 1.5k in alch, so definitely do that. Look at stuff which alchs for way higher than it sells, because there's a lot of money to make with auto alchers. And to show this as well, total wealth 17.6 bill. I'll put 17 bill because I think a lot of the Santa outfits in the GE are skewing them prices. Are definitely not 1.5 bill in the GE. But yeah, that's pretty much my RS3 main account. Again, I can't promise that we'll be doing a lot on it, but whenever I find something worthwhile to put together as a video, I'll definitely get it sent out on this channel. It might be something like a bit of a highlights clip of what it does and what it's got and what it can do. But yeah, if you've enjoyed, the rest of the bank videos are coming out. I've got quite a lot of content coming out next week. I've got a few decent videos coming, and we've got something along the lines of using these little items here because they're quite OP, and I don't think they're used quite as well anymore because they're quite limited on what it can be used on. But if you enjoyed, please like the video and definitely come in with more, and I'll see you guys in the next video.